A man who hates himself will never, ever, ever love you.
Have you guys ever met any woman, probably single or married, and tell you, do you know that if you don't stay in the same room with your husband or you don't stay in the same house with your husband, it doesn't show that you guys are in love? Have you ever met people like that? Because some people they usually say with their life, like, I feel like staying sleeping on the same bed with your man every night shows that you love the man, shows that everything is good and all of that. Imagine you having this kind of man as your husband. Look at the room. Probably you just went out to get something at the grocery store and you came back and the house is like that. Or probably you traveled for just the weekend and came back and the room is like that. How many times are you going to keep picking up after a grown ass man just because you want to prove that, oh, staying together in the same house or staying together in the same room with a man will show that you guys are in love? Let me show you all this video, you guys, then we'll come back and talk about it.
This is one of the few times where I have to agree with the ladies. This might be 100% the first time this is grounds for divorce. Normally, I'm just saying, hey, let's get to the bottom of this. But if that is in fact why you and your husband have separate rooms, yeah, that might be grounds for divorce. There's no way another person is living like that in such slob. And then we pan to your bedroom and it looks like that. Maybe this is just bait. But in all honesty, maybe your husband is going through something, but I still don't think that is fair to leave the house in such a condition. So before y'all put me in the pandering section, I'm just saying I wouldn't be able to live in such a filth with another person. So I can agree. I've seen a few comments saying, hey, this is grounds for divorce. Yeah, go ahead and file that.
A man who hates himself will never, ever, ever love you. This woman posted a TikTok showing us apparently why her and her husband have different rooms. And I need y'all to understand that at the core of this, there's a man who doesn't love himself. Like, obviously, we could sit here all day and talk about how disgusting his room is. We can talk about how he's just a man child who expects his wife to pick up after him. And, like, if she doesn't, he's not going to do it himself. But at the very, very, very core of this is a person who genuinely hates his own guts. Nobody will ever convince me otherwise. You cannot live like this if you like yourself at all. You cannot live like this if you have a healthy, good opinion of yourself. The thing that's genuinely dangerous about these kind of men, and the thing that is genuinely dangerous about a lot of women's I can fix him mindset, is that a man who's not willing to fix himself does not like himself. And a man who does not like himself or even love himself can never like or love anybody else. That man lives in a world of hatred and exploitation. And that's the real key. A lot of people are like, oh, men just want to like shit on women. And yes, they do. They do. But all of this, I want to point out that this could not have happened to a man who likes himself. This could not have happened to a man who has a healthy relationship with himself. You will notice that most men who are in healthy marriages, men who are good husbands, they don't want to live in filth either. It's not like they're over here, cleaning the house and helping their wife around the house. An actually healthy man will not need that as a motivation because he himself does not want to live in a pigsty. A lot of women try to appeal to their husband or their man with, hey, can you help me out? Wrong. He can't. Because you've given away the whole play in that sentence. Can you help me out? Well, what are you doing? Are you cleaning the house? Are you trying to create a livable, healthy, aesthetic environment because you want your surroundings to reflect your inside? Understand that that is what's happening here. Understand that this man's inside reflects his outside, reflects his environment. So coming at it like, oh, men need to step up and da da da. No, no, no. Men need to get to a point internally where they don't want to live like this. This is not healthy. This is not okay. And this is why I say that Before men internalize the patriarchy and go out there and do diabolical things to women, the patriarchy takes things away from them. That's why they become hateful. That's why they become messy. That's why they have internalized self-hatred. They have internalized patriarchy. Does that make sense? Man like this has absolutely nothing to offer you, not because he can't clean the house, okay? That is not the problem. The problem is not even that men are not taught housekeeping skills, whatever. Like, you can't externalize your self-love and expect to have all the byproducts of actual self-love, right? So a lot of men externalize what is meant to be their self-love into corn, video games, online gambling, expensive hobbies, everything like that. And then they still live like this. They can't help it, right? The reason that they need women, they don't really go too long in between relationships by themselves once they've lived with a woman, is because they don't have the self-love that it takes for them to want to not live like this. And I hope that this is making sense, like not in a way that I'm like defending men. I'm not defending this. I'm not defending this. I'm just explaining to you why, even if you were able to explain and break down and like make your husband understand why a dirty house is like annoying and bothersome and whatever, unless he also deconstructs the patriarchy and deconstructs that initial wound that the patriarchy gave him when he was a little boy, that taught him to hate himself and has manifested itself as like outward chaos, hatred, misery, all of that, because men tend to externalize their feelings. They don't think they do, but what is this? Their men are not emotional. What is this then? This is emotional. This is an externalization of how a man feels about himself. This is emotional. As they repress the actual emotions, and so it comes out, it seeps out of their pores. You know what I mean? At a certain point, it's like, this is what it becomes. And so I hope that you understand that when you marry a patriarchal man, a man who expects you to pick up after him, at the core of that misogyny, which it is misogyny, you are being mistreated, all of that. But at the core of that, what really causes that is self-hatred. Because for you to learn to do these things, for you to care about yourself in that way is gay. Or for you to care about yourself in that way is womanly. It is rooted in misogyny. The practical misogyny that comes out of it is also rooted in self-hatred, because all human beings are both masculine and feminine. A lot of men will be brainwashed by the patriarchy into believing that cleaning up after themselves is gay. Caring about how they look, how their room looks, how their house looks, what decor they have is gay. They will miss out on some of the most important and rewarding aspects of life, which is learning to love and accept yourself, learning to even like reparent yourself, which is learning to understand yourself, understand your triggers, understand your downfalls, your addictions, etc. And they will miss out on all of that self-development. And that's why most men have so many regrets on their deathbed. That's why most men are not surrounded by people they love on their deathbed, unless they were not this kind of man. I promise you that if, your dad was like this growing up, you probably don't talk to him, because that man was not capable of love. And so he didn't show you any because he didn't know how to show it to himself. Anyways, please do not misinterpret this. This sucks. Just trying to point out all the forces at play and why men like this will never love anybody. And you need to leave them to their own devices, because they're spreading this toxicity everywhere they go. And it needs to become their problem, not yours, because that's the only way that they're going to do something about it. Stay safe out there. I love you so much. Godspeed. Mwah.
Do you know that this type of men usually give you small hints when you guys are in a relationship? Let me tell you how they do it. You see all those men that invite you to their house, their girlfriend, the girl guys are dating. And they were like, oh, baby, you're coming to my house? Yeah, I'm coming. I'm on my way. And you walked into the house and the kitchen is messed up. The room messed up. And you're like, oh, babe, because you're coming, that's why I wasn't able to clean it. Da, 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 da. They expect you to clean it. These are the kind of men that when you get married to them, you will do everything. They feel like women are the ones that are supposed to have a clean house. Women are the ones that are supposed to arrange things. So when you guys are dating, they will always give you that tiny little tip. Tiny, even though if the very first time you come to their house is clean, go again. If the kitchen is messed up or kitchen is clean, go again till you start seeing his true color. Then you know that yes, this person does not clean up after himself. Use their toilet. Enter the toilet and see if you can use it. If it does not irritate you, you will know a man that cleans up after himself or not. Because this is even when a child does this, you're supposed to scold the child, not a grown ass man. Have this kind of room and you are sleeping, you want to sleep. And the annoying part is that he knows that his wife is going to clean the room, and that's why he keeps scattering everywhere. He will not arrange things, he will not put things in order because he knows my woman arrange things all the time. She cannot sleep in a dirty place, so she will take care of it. So seeing a clean place annoy this kind of people because they be like, or they're just nonchalant. I just feel like they're just nonchalant. Let me just put this thing this place. This person is going to take care of it. Oh, I don't need to arrange this thing. Somebody else will do it. And which is bad. Being in a relationship with this kind of man. In fact, I don't know how, how you can function being in a relationship with that kind of person, being in the same house, in the same roof, under the same roof with that kind of person. I don't know how you're going to function well because you keep cleaning up after a grown man every day, and it's exhausting. I see all those videos that some women go to, probably they go for a weekend off and they come home, they kind of want to do a video entering their house and they show us how dirty the kitchen is after a weekend off or even a night off, how messed up the house is. Sometimes if I don't know, if I was a woman, one of those women, I would just close the door back and go back to where I'm coming from. Until you guys clean that house, I am not coming inside. Because what kind of nonsense? So someone went for vacation or just went out for something, probably went for work and slept over and come back to a messed up house. So you guys will leave the thing because the person that cleans, the maid is back. So the person is going to clean for you people, then you people scatter it again. It's just so annoying. And I feel like if women that are married to men like this don't clean up after them, leave them like that. Once they put their shoes where they're not supposed to put it, leave it like that. Don't touch it. Keep piling it up. Go rent your own space or go get your own room that is clean. Just as this woman says she has her own room. Perfect. Don't allow them into your space. Don't even want to, in fact, because I don't even know if your environment can be that dirty and scattered every time. How are you even cleaning up after yours? How are you cleaning up in the bathroom? Like, I don't know. But you know that some men don't see any problem with this because they feel like women are the ones that are supposed to clean up. They're supposed to be the ones to do the job. They feel like, oh, when I'm done eating, you cooked, you served me the meal, you dropped the plate in the kitchen, and you also wash the dishes. They feel like, why should I wash the dishes when my woman is there? Why should I wash my clothes? Why should I fold my clothes when she's there? Oh, probably your woman did the laundry and the clothes are on the bed. You cannot fold it. You wait for her. Like, why should I do that? So men are very entitled like that and they feel like, oh, it's a woman's job. And that's because the way they were brought up. And that's how they feel like it's a woman's job. I don't need to do all of that. I don't need to clean. I don't need everything to be clean. Imagine you sharing the same toilet with your man, and anytime you want to use the toilet, you have to do like this. If everywhere is not messed up, if everywhere is not messed up, I personally agree. In fact, I support women that do not stay in the same roof with their husband for peace of mind, in the same bed with their partner for peace of mind. In fact, there's one woman that was saying that she does not sleep in the same bed with her husband because he snores and he also farts. So she feels like if she wants to sleep peacefully, because if you're not sleeping well, of course, it's going to show in your body, your skin, your health. You need to sleep well as an individual. So she has to have her own space and so that she can sleep well. And that has been helping their relationship. Staying in different room is not going to scatter your relationship. So if you know people that used to tell you, "Oh, I can never stay in the same and different room with my husband," so how do we cuddle? How do we do that? How do we do that? I just feel like if those kind of people that are saying that they've not gotten married. If you've gotten married and you know the kind of man that you sleep in the same room with, you will know that staying in different room with them is not a problem. Right. Anyway, you guys, what's your take on this video? Let's have conversation down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, Sugar Mara David, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one, guys.